Thank you, Judge. The people are all set.
All right, I'm ready on I'm ready to go back on Barisha, case number 224411601, People versus Loretto Barisha. How are we proceeding?
Good morning, Your Honor. Paul Soichoff again.
How are we proceeding?
Waiting to hear from the prosecutor what she wants to do.
It's a pretrial conference, counsel. What do you want to do?
I want to dismiss the case if the complaining witness hasn't shown.
Okay, Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, so this case was arraigned on a bench warrant, and the court did set this pretrial conference for today, requiring the complaining witness to appear. I don't see Mr. Lance Dumas in the waiting room, and I don't have an explanation as to why Mr. Dumas is not present today. At this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complaining witness's failure to appear for today's pretrial conference.
Today is a day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. People have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice for failure of the complaining witness to appear. Counsel, if you could please send my clerk an order of dismissal. I will sign it and he will email it back to you. And then Mr. Barisha, your attorney will get you a copy for your record. Mr. Flanagan, can you put your email address in the chat for Mr. Stoichkov?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything further with respect to this matter?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
No, thank you, Judge. Thank you.
All right, then we are all set.
Thank you, Ms. Ritter.
Have a great day and stay safe.
You too.
All right, I'm ready on eShow. This is case number 234502501, the People versus Arkan Sabahesho, Sabahesho, eShow. The defendant is charged with one count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
For the record, Your Honor, Christopher Jarbo, P59507, appearing on behalf of Mr. Isho, who's seated to my left at our office, Your Honor. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, thank you. And sir, your name, please.
Arkan Isho.
What's your middle name?
Sabah.
I thought so. Let me tell you something. I thought that they had messed that up. I was thinking they put your middle name and your last name together and then put your last name again. And that's what I was thinking. But anyway, I wanted to hear you say it. All right. Today is the day set for final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding, based on our last conversation with Ms. Ritter and yourself, that today was the time and date set for a final pretrial. I know Ms. Ritter was trying to locate the complaining witness in this matter without success. I don't believe he's checked in today. If that is the case, we'd be requesting a dismissal.
Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, it looks like there was a final pretrial held on November 30th, and the court adjourned the final pretrial for today, requiring the complaining witness to be present. I don't see the complaining witness, Mr. Michael Haddon, in the waiting room, and I don't have an explanation as to why the complaining witness is not present, Judge. So at this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complaining witness's failure to appear for the pretrial or the final pretrial conference, which was required by the court.
All right, today is the date set for the final pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They failed to appear. The people have no explanation. They are unable to proceed any further without the complaining witness's cooperation. The court is therefore going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Mr. Jaboy, if you could submit an order of dismissal to my clerk, we will email you back a signed copy and you can get it to your client.
Your Honor, I believe your clerk was just kind enough to share his email in the chat. I'm trying to pull it up. It just went away off the screen. If I could have one moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
I literally just saw it. It's gone.
Click on the chat again. Click on the chat.
I'm on the chat and I'm looking for it.
You don't see it in the chat?
There we go. It just popped up. Take a quick photo of it before I lose it.
Mhm.
And I will make sure that that gets sent to you today, Your Honor. So you just need an order of dismissal email?
Yes, order of dismissal, without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good to see you.
You as well. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too, Your Honor. You too, Ms. Ritter. Good seeing you.
All right, I'm ready on Hohendorf.
Judge, before we start on Horndorf, I have just 2 minutes. It's a matter regarding Mr. Marshall.
Who is Mr. Marshall?
The defendant.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to settle. Okay, yes. Yes. All right.
Your Honor, while everything is kind of on pause, are you able to bring Ms. Burnett back in and put her in a breakout room? She somehow left.
Okay. You working this morning, Ms. Hall? What time y'all supposed to be? You working fast this morning. I mean, them plus signs came up so fast. I said, what time is the appointment? I'm just messing with you. You're doing a great job. Okay, I'll send Ms. Burnett back to a breakout room. Yeah, he was supposed to go there first. I told him. All right. All right, we ready?
Yes, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. This is case number 234482701, the people of the state of Michigan. No, they can remain seated, please. The people of the state of Michigan versus Paul Hohendorf. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for sentencing. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people. And Judge, I have both complaining witnesses present in the courtroom, understanding that Mr. Horndorf did plead to count 1 with exchange for dismissal of count 2. So I'm wondering if the court just wants to hear from the complaining witness with respect to the count Mr. Horndorf pleaded on, or is it okay to hear from both of the complaining witnesses?
We'll address it at the appropriate time.
Okay.
Ms. Silver, your appearance, please.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Gabi Silver, appearing on behalf of Paul Hohendorf, is present via Zoom technology. We have no objection to proceeding in this manner.
And your P number?
My P number is 36382.
Thank you. Mr. Hohendorf, unmute and state your name for the court.
Paul Hohendorf.
Thank you. Today is the date set for sentencing, and the court has had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report, which Mr. Hohendorf did not participate in. With respect to the pre-sentence report on behalf of the people, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections?
Judge, with the information that I do have, I don't see any additions, deletions, or corrections on behalf of the people.
And Ms. Silver, probation said they tried to reach your client and he did not participate in the pre-sentence investigation. They couldn't reach him. So I don't have a lot of information about
Judge, I've discussed it with Mr. Hohendorf and his wife, Colleen, who I have personally known these people for 35 years. And Mr. Hohendorf indicated that he was not contacted. And I don't have any reason to disbelieve what he says. If the court wishes, I can give you some information about Mr. Hohendorf, or the court can we refer it?
Well, let's bring in Mr. Ken Sciotti from probation, because on page 4,
I'm not sure how you would.
and Ms. Silver, can you, you're breaking up and you're freezing up. Maybe can you log off and log back on?
Yeah, you're actually frozen. Everybody.
Yeah,
I
but
can
it's,
try, Judge. It could be my location. I'm at Murphy trying to do. Okay, I'll log off. Thank.
yeah. Meantime, while she's logging off and coming back in, can you get Mr. Sciotti?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Polk, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Hohendorf, I'm gonna put you, oh, she's back. Let's see if she's better, but I'm gonna go ahead and do I'm gonna go ahead and do Mr. DeCour. Mr. DeCour, start your camera. She's still freezing up. Miss Silver, you're still freezing up. You're frozen now. I don't know if you can hear us. She can't.
I'll try to walk into a different room here at the court.
Okay,
I can hear you, Judge. I'm gonna go to a different room.
okay.
Maybe that'll help.
Yes, maybe. Mr. DeCour, is your vehicle that you're riding in stationary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I don't know who else is answering for you, Mr. DeCour, but you're the only person I want to talk to in that vehicle, okay?
Okay, thank you. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, okay. All right, this is case number, Mr. Morgan, I'm gonna be with you in one moment. What did you say, Ms. Silver?
Am I still frozen?
You are. You're still frozen and still in the same place that you were in when we said you were frozen on the screen, like you're still sitting at in that same spot.
I'm
Oh,
in a different place,
you're
Judge.
not.
I'm asking.
Now we see you in a new room.
Can you
But
hear me, Judge? Am I frozen still?
I can hear you now. Let's see. I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so give me one
Okay.
moment. Okay. All right, I'm ready on DeCour. This is case number 224547301, the people versus
11 or 12.
Maurice Antoine DeCour. Y'all into that. Defendant is charged with one count of assault or assault and battery, and then I just noticed today is the day set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, may it please this honorable court, Larry Polk on behalf of Maurice DeCour. Mr. DeCour, state your name for the record, please.
Maurice Antoine DeCour.
Today is the day set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Is this a post-sentence or is this pre-sentence, pre-judgment? Is this a pre-judgment?
This is a pre-sentence situation, Judge. I ask that the court recall the warrant. Mr. DeCour and myself, for whatever reason, missed a date. And once I found out about it, I contacted your court, and that's how we got today's date.
Okay, so Mr. Flanagan, what did he KP us at? A pretrial or a final pretrial?
Pre-trial, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court is going to set aside any KP, recall any warrant, set the matter for a pretrial conference. Let's set it for, you're welcome, pretrial conference, I was saying April. Ooh, I didn't mean April, please forgive me. This is March. Let's go to March. Are you available March 8th, Mr. Polk?
Yes, ma'am.
March 8th, 2024. And then let's just put it at 8:25.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right.
March 8th
the
at
bond
8:25.
yes, the previous bond is reinstated.
Thank you.
You're
You and your
welcome.
staff have a great day, Judge. I
You as
appreciate it.
well. Don't work so
All right.
hard. Don't work all the way hard. Don't take all the cases, Mr. Pope.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Great day.
You too. I want to see y'all when I'm retiring and stuff. I want y'all to still be around, all the greats, all the greats. Okay, Ms. Silver, give me one moment. Mr. Morgan, you spoke with Ms. Moore. What is she saying today?
I didn't get a chance to say one word. She is going absolutely off.
Okay, she's not on her meds.
And I called one of my case managers in here so they could just hear. I mean, I didn't get one word in.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, let me find out from the jail what's the situation with her meds. Let me try to get her stabilized, and then I'll try to bring her back, okay?
Okay, thanks, Judge. Thanks.
All right, thanks. Okay. Mr. Mihana, I don't see you on my docket. I don't see a case for you on my docket. Can you unmute, Mr. Mihana?
I'm trying, Judge. Sorry, I have another Zoom. I had a felony that was dismissed, but the domestic violence misdemeanor stuck. I have no idea why. But it was put over.
Let me help you. I don't do domestic violence. That's Judge Garrett. So go to 338, not 339.
Okay, they had said Judge Bryant, but okay.
I don't know why they said that, because they keep sending people to me that I got enough work on my own. Go to Judge Garrett, domestic violence.
Thank you much. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Finally, Mr. Laren, I do know your case is up to date. I just got the pre-sentence report this morning. Mr. Flanagan says, so did you. Did you want to proceed today, or did you need an adjournment? Unmute yourself.
Your Honor, if we're able to proceed today, I would like to. My client has previewed this also. I sent it to him this morning. He lives in Chicago, so we've been doing email and phone calls, but I'd like to proceed if we can.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to do a sentencing right now, and then I'll have to take a break before I can do your case so I can review the pre-sentence report. So I'm going to put you in the waiting room, and then I'll be with you shortly, okay?
That sounds great. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, back on the record. Deputy, hold on. I said back on the record, but I didn't mean it. Deputy.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Get the deputy, ma'am. Get the deputy.
She is the deputy.
Oh. Deputy, deputy, which deputy am I speaking with?
Deputy Turnbull, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Deputy Turnbull, can you call my courtroom for me? I need to ask you something. What's going to happen is you're going to call my courtroom. My clerk is going to give you my cell phone number because I'm not working in the court. And then I'm going to ask you to call me on my cell phone. I need to ask you some questions that I don't want to ask right now on the thing. So if you could get the number and just call me so I can talk to you.
Okay.
Thank you. Put that in the waiting room. Okay. All right. Back on the record with Mr. Hohendorf, case number 234482701. Okay, it appears, Ms. Silver, that your situation is corrected. So I do have Mr. Ken Sciatti on screen. Mr. Sciatti, can you just place your appearance on the record for me as well? Unmute yourself for me, Mr. Sciatti. Mr. Sciatti, you're still muted. Okay, there you go.
Judge, my name's Ken Sciatti. I am the assigned probation officer. I work here at 36th District Court. I was assigned this case to conduct a pre-sentence investigation.
All right. So I guess I could have asked this question before Mr. Sciatti, before I brought Mr. Sciatti in. But as I indicated on page 4, Mr. Sciatti said that he, on 2 occasions in January, telephoned, made attempts to contact the defendant, but to no avail. He said he called And then also sent a letter on, give me 1 second, Deputy. Sent a letter on December the 27th, excuse me, to the Jefferson Street address. So they said they made 3 attempts to contact him. And he's saying that you all didn't contact him, Mr. Sciotti.
Judge, I think the problem lies with the phone calls. I remember leaving a message specifically, but I think in the defendant's defense, that I believe that I believe, if I remember right, it's an apartment complex. And I think that he did not get the mail is because the apartment number might not have been written on the envelope, and that could have been partly my fault. I just picked up the address and mailed it. And
but what about the 2 phone calls to the phone
that I can't, yeah, no, that I can't speak for, because I did leave messages for him to call me.
Okay. So does your phone number end in 1666?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
And Mr. Sciotti, did you leave a message on that phone number?
I did.
Okay, let me ask you, here's the situation though. I don't have a complete PSI, but I do have 2 people that want to give victim impact statements. Ms. Silver, what would your request be? I mean, he didn't participate. You could give me some relevant information today that if you whatever you thought was relevant, but like, I mean, I don't know his employment history. I don't know his military history, his education. I don't know his substance abuse history. I mean, I really like those kind of things.
Okay, Judge, I'm happy to work with Mr. Sciotti to get a new date for Mr. Hohendorf, and we can come back if the court wishes additional information. I don't have a problem with that.
And then, so Ms. Ritter, though, can you talk to your witnesses to see? I don't like splitting it up like I did that last time with the person, but they're here. They have a right to make a victim. Well, I hadn't heard from Ms. Silver about the other person making a victim impact statement as to make my decision, but I would prefer to give a new date. So, and Mr. Hohendorf is here, Mr. Sciotti is here. I would prefer to have the pre-sentence investigation, but can they go back in the hall and call you as relates to if they want to give their victim impact statement today, or if they want to wait and do it on the day of sentencing? I prefer that they do it on the day of sentencing, but if I want to know what they want to do. So can they go in the hall and let you know?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, I'm going to go grab my calendar. I have to get, I'll be back in a second. I've got another courtroom calling me, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, the good thing is, when you talk to this guy, you can tell him you were shot for the news.
That's a lot of conversation, Miss Ritter. That's why you're supposed to turn off. Tell them I said, I just want to know, do they want to do it today or the next day? That's all I need to know, today or the next time. That's it. That's too much conversation. And then really, I'm gonna stop giving the choice because I'm gonna just make the choice gonna be mine in a minute. Okay, so we're back on the record. Ms. Ritter, what's their pleasure?
So, Judge, it looks like the new date will be fine.
All right, so then, Ms. Silver, Mr. Ciotti, since you're clearly going, he said that is his phone number. Maybe you all can even go in a breakout room after this, but so if I put the sentencing on, today is February the 2nd, right? So if I put the sentencing on like February the 23rd or March 1st, that's enough time for you, Mr. Ciotti?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be enough time. I'll only need a couple weeks on this matter because I did I did a nationwide search already in regards to criminal history. I've checked him out on his traffic history, and I also spoke to one of the complainants and was able to do a little work, and I wrote down a little synopsis on the pre-sentence report. So the answer is yes, I'll be able to knock it out.
Ms. Silver, does your schedule permit the 23rd or 1st?
It does not permit the 23rd. Since this looks like it's going to take some time, the 1st is the only date I could do it.
Okay, let's do it on March 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you all. Have a great day. Stay safe.
The defendant can call.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ciotti, did you want to talk to Mr. Horndorf?
Yeah, I just want to reach out and just let the defendant he can call me anytime in the morning. I'll be more than happy to do it, and we can knock it out next week. We can do the interview. I'll be able to take care of it.
Can you give him a phone number that he could call you on?
I'll give him a phone number right now for all parties, including the attorney.
She left. She got another court hearing. Mr. Hohendorf, are you ready to take the phone number down? Okay, give him the phone number, Mr. Ciotti.
Okay, thank you, Judge. It's 313-965-3726.
When do you want him to call you, Mr. Ciotti? Any morning next week?
That'd be fine. Any time in the morning next week, and we'll get right on it, me and the defendant.
Okay, all right, let's do it. So March 8th at 9 o'clock, and you're going to talk to Mr. Ciotti before that. All right, have a great day. Stay safe.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Okay, I have one other matter right before you, Miss. Oh, I forgot I told him to call Miss Coulter. I have one other matter before I do MFD. I'm gonna do Connolly, and then I'll be ready for MFD. Good morning, Miss Coulthers.
Good morning, Your Honor and staff. Hope everyone's well.
Yes, I did have Mr. Flanagan call you. However, the situation with your client is that apparently she really needs the medication that she takes. So since I put her in custody the other day, she obviously has not gotten that medication. The specialty, she did tell me she wanted to talk to specialty court. I sent them into the breakout room with her, but when they came out, Mr. Morgan, the supervisor, said they had been unable to conduct the interview because your client was talking nonstop and wouldn't let them ask her any questions, blah, blah, blah. So short of it is, I marked her file medical, and asked for immediate psychiatric evaluation and medication stabilization. And so unfortunately today is Friday, so I have to bring her back Monday. Because I hadn't planned, I just wanted to get her out of there today. I really wanted to get her out of there today, but now she's not stable and they don't even feel like she's safe to leave. So
Your
go ahead.
excuse me. I did meet with Ms. Moore yesterday, and she did confirm that while she was given anti-seizure medications, she's not had the benefit of taking the prescribed medications. And, you know, this is a person who over a decade has had a regimen of taking a number of medications. If she's able to get released in order to access her medications, she will be fine. I've learned how to, I guess.
But she told me the other day she wanted to stay in jail, and I've sentenced her to the 93. They're not going to release her. I would have to change my whole order. That's why I was trying to get her to specialty court.
I understand that, but again, with her disorders, one of which is multiple personalities, you know, if something triggers a personality, that will rise and overtake her. So while you see her, you know, while I see the person Regina Moore, there are other personalities within that body, and it is certain things will trigger her.
I know.
You just have to.
Well, legally, I can't. I mean, I can't call the jail and tell them to release her. She's there for 100 and however many days. So they're going to evaluate her immediately today. I'm hopeful that whoever the person is that showed up today can tell them what medicine she was taking.
Yeah.
And then they'll be able to stabilize her. But we'll see. We'll try it again Monday and see if it's the same situation. I'll have them call you. And we'll try to do something different Monday. But for today, they took her back. We couldn't even talk to her today. So they took her back.
Yeah. I was hoping that I could participate, you know, in a breakout room so that
they couldn't even, I sent them in there, but they couldn't even, nothing happened. She just talked. So nothing happened. But we'll try again. And the jail, they said they couldn't do anything with her.
Is it possible to bring her back and allow me to be present? Perhaps, you know, I could.
While they try to talk to her?
Are you referring to the mental health staff?
Yeah, the mental health court. You're saying you want to try to bring her back and see if you could get her calmed down?
Yes.
Okay, call the jail and see if they can log Ms. Moore back on.
I appreciate the consideration.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you seem like you do work with her well, Ms. Coulter. So I'll see if they can bring her back on.
I just,
but you know, if she's too disruptive, they're not going to bring her back on.
Well, that
we'll see.
I can understand, but if she's able to, if you could tell her that her attorney is present, that might.
Yeah. Mr. Flanagan, tell them that. Ask them if they could bring her back on. Let them know that I want her to try to talk to her lawyer. And with the mental health court, we'll see if we could do something better. So ask them if they could bring her back on. Okay, Ms. Coulthurst, I'll put you back in the waiting room and then I'm gonna try to get her back on.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Okay, so it's a great Friday. Okay, I'm ready on Connolly. This is Ms. Ritter, you received the PSI this morning as well?
I did, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So this is case number. What did I do with Mr. Connolly's case? Oh. Right. Case number Mr. Connolly, can you start your camera back? Okay, there you go. Thank you. This is case number 234522101, the people versus Aaron Thomas Connolly. The defendant is charged with 1 count of reckless driving, and today is the date set for sentencing. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Laren, P58542 on behalf of Mr. Connolly.
Mr. Connolly, please state your name for the court.
Aaron Connolly.
And Mr. Connolly, is your middle name Thomas?
That's correct.
Thank you. Today is the date set for sentencing. The court has had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report. And just for the record, Mr. Laren, you have indicated to the court off the record that notwithstanding the fact that you have received this report today, as did the court, you're okay with proceeding forward with the sentencing today, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And your client has had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, we've had an opportunity to discuss it also.
Okay, thank you. And with respect to the report, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections on behalf of the people?
None on behalf of the people, Judge.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections on behalf of the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to note that on the first page and on several other pages, Mr. Connolly's name is misspelled. It's Connolly.
Oh, yeah,
It's,
it is.
It's spelled twice on the first page and once on page 5, or two times on page 7.
Yes. And just so that you're aware, it is spelled correctly on the court file because it's spelled correctly on the docket, but that is, I just noticed it as well. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay.
And then there's just one other typo, Your Honor, that on page 5, they mentioned his street as being diversity, and it's actually diversity, which is correct on the front page.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Any other additions, deletions, or corrections?
None, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. With respect to the sentencing, is there anything on behalf of the people?
With respect to sentencing, Judge, the plea agreement was an alcohol probationary sentence with terms or other terms and conditions. That stems from the actual final charge, which was reckless driving, Your Honor. There was a deviation request sent to Mr. Bresnahan, which was approved, and the plea agreement was for the underlying charge to still have an effect on the probationary terms and conditions that are set by the court. So on page 2, Your Honor, there was a recommendation for 9 months and for a 9-month probationary period, and the people are actually going to ask the court to not adopt the 9 months, but to actually change it to 12 months. Only again, Judge, the underlying offense is an OWI charge, and people understand that Mr. Connolly does have an opportunity to take advantage of the early discharge at the 6-month period. So I'm asking the court to not adopt the 9 months, but to actually consider the 12-month probationary period. Other than that, Judge, there is nothing else from the people regarding sentencing.
Okay, before I go to the defense, can someone from MFD come on screen, please? All right, with respect to the case involving Brianna Robinson, Ms. Marshall Purefoy, can you just unmute and state your name for me?
That's not our case, Judge.
Oh, that's right. That's not y'all case. Go off screen. I forgot. State your name for me, Ms. Marshall Purefoy.
Javiana Amber Marshall Purefoy.
Okay, ma'am, it is now 10 o'clock. The defendant has not appeared. Mr. Flanagan, did you have an opportunity to check to see if they had KPS before?
Yes, Your Honor, she has not KPS before.
Okay, so Ms. Marshall Purefoy, I'm actually going to be adjourning the case as the law does require me to give the defendant at least another opportunity to appear since she has not KPS before. We're going to schedule the matter. Mr. Flanagan, how many cases do I now have on March 8th?
Looking it up, Your Honor. I just got froze for a second. $16.
All right, I'm going to adjourn the case, ma'am, to March 1st. Did I say March 1st or March 8th? What did I just ask you?
The 8th.
Okay, so can you change it to the 1st? How many do I have?
$20 on March 1st.
What day did I give Miss? What day did I adjourn Mr. Horndorf to? The 1st or the 8th?
I have
Oh, the 1st. Okay. Miss Marshall Purifoy, which date is better for you if you want to come? Here's the thing: you're not required to appear at the next hearing, but if you wanted to come, you could come. So if you decided to come, which day would be best for you?
Either or, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so let's go ahead and then set it for March 1st. And if the defendant doesn't appear at that time, I'll revoke the bond and issue a warrant for her arrest. You are not required to appear, but if you want to appear, you can come and see what happens, okay?
Okay, and what time would that be?
At 8:35.
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank
If you don't
you.
come, you can just contact the prosecutor's office and find out if the defendant appeared, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, I apologize for the interruption. Mr. Laren, anything on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I would just say that this is my client's first criminal offense. The probation department was able to have minimal contact with him, but they were able to contact him. And I did speak to Mr. Sciatti about this. He was aware of our plea agreement and was still making that recommendation for 9 months. As I mentioned before, Your Honor, my client lives in Chicago and travels quite a bit for work. And you've been very generous in allowing him to continue to travel for work. And I would ask for continued permission for him to be able to do that while he's on probation. But I would like to point out that may be difficult for him to do the random drug screens. So I would hope the probation department would be able to work with him on those if he is traveling, to be able to not have an immediate testing, but maybe, within 24 hours or something like that, just due to the fact that he, will be in different cities.
Testing is always immediate. So let me just say this. We're never going to give a 24-hour notice to a person that they have to submit to a random drug test. That gives too much opportunity to try to thwart the test. So no, that I can tell you that right now. The answer to that.
I understand, Your Honor. And but my client has no drug history. He's gainfully employed. As a matter of fact, he's an engineer and travels both the United States and Canada. And that's one of the reasons we were given this opportunity to plead to reckless driving, to not interfere with his ability to travel for work. And it was a very generous offer, and we were glad to be able to do it. So I would ask Your Honor to follow the recommendations of the probation department. And my client, I know, will complete them all adequately.
All right. Would Mr. Connolly like to make a statement on his own behalf?
I believe he would, Your Honor.
All right.
Yeah, I would just like to acknowledge that what I did was it was a terrible decision, and I regret it, and it won't happen again. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. So as I indicated, the court had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report, and I don't know what it is about the defendants and Mr. Sciatti, but again, he indicated that he was not able to reach your client. He did mail a letter to an address that is, of course, turned out to be a different address, the wrong address at the time. And therefore, I don't have background information. I don't have a substance abuse history. I don't have those things before me, which is also why I offered to allow an adjournment, because I had just received the report myself this morning. Nonetheless, because of that, because of what I just said, I am going to accept the recommendation from Ms. Ritter to increase the term of probation, the length of probation from 9 months to 12 months. That will give a final review date of February the 3rd of 2025. And then, of course, Mr. Connolly will be eligible for an early discharge after 6 months, which would put us at August the 2nd. (2024) will set a review for that day at 10 a.m. Court sets the following conditions. You shall not violate any criminal law of any governmental unit. I don't know at what point and who allowed him to move to be in Chicago. I don't know if he started out in Chicago.
Right, he did start in Chicago. He was living there when he was arrested.
All right, so the court will allow Mr. Connolly to remain in Chicago. Apparently he travels for work, but let me say that I don't know how often he has to travel for work, but his work travel has nothing to do with me. I will allow him to travel for work. But if he's ordered to do a drug test, he better find a place that's approved by the probation department to do the drug test wherever he is in the world. Okay? So if he's traveling for work and they call him for a drug test, then he has to find a place to do the drug test wherever he is in the world. If probation allows him to be randomly selected on a different day because of his work schedule, then he can be randomly selected on a different day. But as I indicated, there's never, ever, ever, ever going to be an acceptable drug test for me that a person made an appointment to attend. And we're never going to make an appointment to attend a random drug screen. So this is a reporting probation. He shall report to probation on a monthly basis, notify probation immediately of any change of his address, phone number, or employment status. Again, that is his responsibility. If we're mailing him something and he say, well, I moved, that's why I didn't get it. Well, you didn't tell us you moved. That's your responsibility. If he changes his phone number, it's his responsibility to notify probation immediately of any change of address, phone number, or employment status. As I indicated, I am giving him permission to travel. And he's going to pay the following fines, costs, and fees. Mandatory cost of $210, a $400 fine, no restitution, oversight fees at a rate of $35 a month for $420 for 12 months, a $100 pre-sentence investigation and substance abuse evaluation fee, random urinalysis twice a month. And since he won't be testing at 36th District Court, then I'm going to leave that amount blank. And the total fines, costs, and fees are I'm sorry, something not pulling up. Okay, there we go. $1,130. You shall not use or possess any illegal substances. You shall not use or possess any marijuana without a valid medical marijuana card. You shall not use or possess any opiates without a valid prescription and letter of explanation from the doctor. You shall not consume alcohol in any form. Shall not drive without a valid driver's license. Shall attend the Alcohol Highway Safety Education Level 1. You shall immediately submit to a substance abuse evaluation. So when I say immediately, I need that to be done in the next 45 days by probation. Make sure that's somewhere prominent on that order, Mr. Flanagan, highlighted or something. You must attend the Victims Impact Panel and watch the consequences video. And pay any outstanding tickets that you have with the 36th District Court. Of course, according to the report, I believe it was a zero balance. Yes. Attend the Driver's Improvement Program. And outpatient treatment if any positive tests. We will mail a copy of the order to the diverse address, and probation will contact you at the phone number ending in 5625. Anything further with respect to this matter?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step. I just want to inquire, because my client lives in Chicago, will you allow him to report by mail or by Zoom to probation?
That's he can't report by mail. Now I don't even know what that is. But he can't, I'm sure they'll do Zoom or the telephone, just whatever yeah. I mean, I'm giving him permission to reside in Chicago, so in Illinois, I wouldn't require him to drive to Michigan for the review. So they'll have to come up with the best way for him to report, but I'm sure it'll be telephone or Zoom.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. Anything further?
Nothing further for me, Your Honor.
All right, then we're all set. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Welcome. Thank you. Can you call Mr. Morgan back? I'm sorry, I forgot to have you call Morgan back. Ms. Colthurst wants to see if hold on before we do that. Good morning, Deputy. Hold on. You're muted.
Good morning again, Your Honor. You wanted her back?
Yes, her lawyer thinks that she could be probably a calming effect on her, so I want to give her a try. I want to see if she can.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
here she is.
Okay, so Ms. Colthurst, I'll send you into the breakout with her, and then they're calling the specialty court now.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Hey, Jennifer.
Good morning, Miss Moore. Good to see you.
Yeah.
One second, please.
She pushed the button.
Okay, I'm ready for MFD. Miss Hall did such a great job this morning, and now she like, good, you did not reward me. I know, but just know that I acknowledged you.
Thank you.
I acknowledge your great work. Let's go. This is case number 194542901. The People versus Andre Ramon Hamilton. The defendant is charged with one count of failing to stop at a property damage accident and one count of driving while license suspended, revoked, denied. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rikidia Hall, P number 82954 on behalf of Andre Hamilton. Sir, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Andre Ramon Hamilton.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Mr. Hamilton would like to continue his not guilty plea and set this matter for a final pretrial, and we will also like to request discovery.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Hamilton, set the matter for a final pretrial conference. Ms. Ritter, if I set a final pretrial conference for, oh, never mind, because those days are on there. Okay, if I set the final pretrial conference Monday, April 15th, is that enough time for the people to get discovery by March 15th?
That is fine.
All right, so let's set the matter for April 15th at 9:00 a.m. Discovery should be submitted by March 15th. Bond will continue. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing from Mr. Hamilton.
All right, then we're all set. Mr. Hamilton, have a great day and stay safe.
You too as well. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you. Mr. Flanagan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Interestingly enough, I thought Miss Nelson had popped in yesterday and she wasn't on my docket. And then today she is on the docket, but I haven't seen her. Maybe you could reach out to her about why her client Hammonds isn't here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is case number 234546901, the People versus Ashley Carolyn Boyce. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rikidia Hall on behalf of Ashley Boyce. Ma'am, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Unmute.
Ashley Carolyn Boyce.
Thank you. Today is the date set for pretrial. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it appears that this is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial for Ms. Boyce. I don't see the complainant present. I believe the complainant was required to appear. We are requesting a dismissal in the absence of the complainant.
Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, it is the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, and the court required the complainant witness, Ms. Samantha Brunskowski, to be present. I don't see the complainant witness in the waiting room, and I don't have an explanation as to why the complainant witness is not present. At this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed.
Today is a day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. People have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice, ma'am. We will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, too.
I'm ready on Burnett when I bring Burnett in. All right. This is case number 2144109. Wait a minute. Case number 214410901. People versus Rochelle Burnett. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rikidia Hall on behalf of Rochelle Burnett. Ma'am, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
My name is Rochelle Burnett.
All right. Today is the day set for pretrial conference, but give me 1 second. Miss Holston, Hulsey and Mr. Trice. Please accept to join the breakout rooms. The lawyers will be in to speak with you shortly. All right, with respect to Ms. Burnett, today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, this is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial. The court did require the complainant to appear today. I don't believe the complainant is present. We are asking for dismissal in the absence of the complainant.
Ms. Ritter?
Yes, it is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, and the court required the complainant witness, Ms. Shanquise Jacobs, to be present. I don't see Ms. Jacobs in the waiting room, and I don't have an explanation as to why she is not present, as she was required to appear by this court. So at this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They failed to appear. People have no explanation for that failure, and they are unable to proceed. Ms. Burnett, the court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice, and we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you. You as well, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're welcome. Ready on Caldwell. I'm ready on Caldwell. This is case number 224470301, the People versus Jerry Douglas Caldwell. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated. Mr. Caldwell, please stop. Mr. Caldwell, Mr. Caldwell.
Yes, ma'am.
Please stop. Move your hand from the device.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so very much. All right. Today is the date. Mr. Caldwell is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated, and today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rakedia Hall on behalf of Jerry Caldwell. Sir, may you state your full name for the record?
Yes, Jerry Douglas Caldwell.
Thank you. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, this is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial. The complainant was required to appear today. We are requesting a dismissal in the absence of the complainant.
Ms. Ritter?
So this is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, and the court did require the complainant witness, Mr. Jimmy Edwards, to be present. According to my notes from Victim Advocate Services, it actually looks like Mr. Edwards no longer wishes to move forward with the prosecution of this case. So at this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed without the cooperation of Mr. Edwards.
All right, today is the date set for the pretrial conference. The complaining witness has indicated to the prosecutor's office that they no longer wish to prosecute. The court is therefore going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Mr. Caldwell, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records, sir. Have a great day and stay safe.
You also. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ms. Coulthurst, Mr. Morgan is here. Is your client able to speak with them now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Morgan, I'm going to send you back into the breakout room with Ms. Moore. Her lawyer is going to be present with you, and perhaps now you will be able to conduct the interview, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. I appreciate you coming back.
Thank you, Your Honor, for the opportunity to assist.
Ms. Coulthurst, and look, Ms. Coulthurst might need to be the one to help with them classes. Maybe I need to get some classes with Ms. Coulthurst to help Mr. Rice with the anger management class, because she is a whisperer in her own right. Her and Miss Barrett from yesterday too. Okay, I'm gonna send Mr. Morgan back. Let me see. To number 16. I'll send you to number 16, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Colthurst, you know how to go back to 16, right?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Stevens, I see that we have another jailer that's still in the breakout room. Is there a reason for that?
Is that Miss?
It says Hollis. Where's Hollis? Oh,
That's a tether violation.
Oh, but they didn't come up.
Already.
Okay. All right, let's go on Greer. I'm ready on Greer, and then Thomas, and then Marshall. So Greer, Thomas, Marshall in that order. Well, that's the order I want to call them if they're ready. Okay. So this is case number 214431301, the People versus Jordan Greer. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set. For pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rakedia Hall on behalf of Jordan Greer. Ma'am, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Jordan Greer.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, this is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference. The court did require the complainant to appear. And I don't see Ms. Latanya Roberts in the waiting room. So we are asking for a dismissal in this matter for failure of the complainant to appear.
All right, Ms. Ritter.
Judge, it is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, and I don't see the complainant witness, Ms. Latanya Roberts, in the waiting room, and I don't have an explanation as to why she's not present. At this time, Your Honor, the people would not be able to proceed based on the complainant witness's failure to appear for at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference.
All right, today is the day set for the pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They failed to appear. The people cannot proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Ms. Greer, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not going to draw attention to Ms. Ritter and Ms. Hall. I'm not. Oh, did I just? Okay. I'm ready on Thomas. This is case number 214566901, the people of the state of Michigan versus Jennifer Lynise. Thomas, defendant is charged with one count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rakedia Hall on behalf of Jennifer Thomas. Ma'am, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Jennifer Lynise Thomas.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, this is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial. The court did require the complainant to appear. I don't believe the complainant is present. We are requesting a dismissal for failure of the complainant to appear.
It's Ritter.
Your Honor, so it is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, and I don't see the complainant witness, Miss Yvette Neely, in the waiting room, and I don't have an explanation as to why the complainant witness is not present. At this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complainant witness's failure to appear for at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference.
All right, today is the day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear, and the people have no explanation. They cannot proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Ms. Thomas, we're going to mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day. Stay safe. Whoops. All right, give me 1 second. Mr. Flanagan, can you tell me who I don't have any report on Halsey. Can you contact the probation officer, or tell me who the probation officer is, so we can get a.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Bradfield.
Can you ask Mr. Bradfield for a report on Halsey, please? Let me
Yes,
just
Your
make
Honor.
sure my thing be acting up. Hold on, maybe I do have one. Hold
I
on.
think you sent it to me, Judge.
Oh, well, why didn't it just come up? Hold on.
I don't think her name is in the subject.
Oh, that's what the problem is. Okay. You're correct. Yeah. All right. Never mind. I have it. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, Miss Nelson.
Morning, Your Honor.
And Miss Stevenson, did you all just call your client? Why is she an hour and something late? Miss Nelson, your client isn't here though. Good morning.
Good morning. I know, Your Honor. I had told him and had it in my calendar for February 6th. So
Okay.
his failure to appear today is on me, not him.
We can adjourn it to February 6th.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. February 6th at
8:36.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Look at that. Another week for you to try to get your witness here that wasn't here. Look at that. I'm ready on Marshall. Miss Parker, you're over an hour late for court. Well, you're over an hour late. She
Miss
not over an hour
Parker's
late?
no, Miss Parker's been here for over an hour, way over an hour.
No, that's not true. So why she been here, Miss Stevenson? Why isn't she highlighted on my docket? Why is there's no plus sign behind her name? She's never been let into the breakout room. And I've been watching the waiting room. Why you saying she's been here for an hour?
When she first checked in, I knew she would be ready, so I put a plus sign by her name without her even having to go into the breakout room. Maybe she just got kicked out and went back in right
Well,
now.
she didn't just get kicked out. She didn't just get kicked out. But
She's
okay.
been here since before 9.
Okay, Miss Stevenson, I'm gonna let it go with y'all.
Okay.
But know this, she didn't just get kicked out.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was writing some orders, so it may have been a few minutes ago, but
now you wasn't stalking the waiting room like I've been stalking the waiting room, going down the list and highlighting the people, Miss Stevenson. Don't do that. Now, y'all know one thing about me for sure is that this docket right here, it reflects a lot of stuff. It's color coordinated. It tell what at a certain time I changed the color. Now come on, somebody. I know
she's never been admitted though, because I knew she wouldn't have to.
Well, maybe not. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, put another plus sign next to her name, and then we're gonna put her back in the waiting room. Okay.
Okay, we're definitely ready on her though.
Well, we're definitely not, because I'm doing Mr. Marshall, who's standing at the podium, waiting for his case to be called. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're so welcome. Yes. Okay. Mr. Marshall, case number 146193701. The people of the state of Michigan versus Roderick Jerome Marshall. The defendant is charged with 1 count of security failed. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Roderick Marshall. Mr. Marshall, sir, please say your full name.
Roger Jerome Marshall.
Thank you. Today's the date set for pretrial. We have brought Mr. Marshall back today so he could, you all could try to work something out. And I know he did do something in Judge Wagner's courtroom today. So how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we, having had the opportunity to confer with the people in this matter, with the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, as well as the City Attorney's Office, we are moving that this matter be dismissed, Your Honor, per plea agreement with the people for in resolution of the ordinances, Your Honor.
Ms. Ritter?
That is correct, Judge. I had an opportunity to speak with Assistant Corporation Counsel is Sydney Rogers, and it is upon the people, well, it is upon the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office and the City of Detroit Law Department that there's an agreement to dismiss this matter pursuant to a plea agreement for the cases that Mr. Marshall has in Judge Wagner's court.
All right, and according to what Mr. Flanagan put in the chat earlier, he pled today to those cases, didn't he?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Marshall, we're going to dismiss this matter pursuant to the
Okay.
plea agreement, and therefore this will be a dismissal, I believe, with prejudice. Prepare the order. You can have a seat. We'll give you a copy of that order so you can take it with you, okay?
Good.
You're welcome. They already gave the order. Mr. Flanagan emailing me the order right now. That's so, I should have said no. I'm just playing. All right, let's see.
Mr. Flanagan told me to have those
Yeah, he probably
in-person orders ready.
He probably cracked down on you. He cracked down on you. Yeah, good job, Mr. Flanagan. Good job. Great job.
No.
Great job. Keep up the great work. He like, had those ready. He's slowing me down. All right, there we go. Thank you, Mr. Flanagan. Thank you, Ms. Stevenson. All right, I'm ready on Hollins. This is case number 234416301, the People versus April Marie Hollins. Defendant is charged with two counts of guns possession while operating under the influence. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson on behalf of Ms. April Hollins. Ms. Hollins, ma'am, please say your full name.
April Marie Hollins.
Thank you, ma'am. Today is the day set for final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Hollins will continue her plea of not guilty and ask that this matter be set for jury trial.
The court continues a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Hollins. Set the matter for jury trial. This is the wrong book. Where's my other book? Mr. Flanagan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Here's my other book. Okay. I gotta update this book. So it looks like I am in, and I made a mistake and set a jury trial on a day that I shouldn't have. So we're gonna have to double back to that August 6th jury trial date that I set, but I set 2 on there too. I don't even understand it. Looks like I'm on to, well, I might have to move those to August 20th. So let's go to August the strike that too, because I might. All right, let's put this book down. I'm going to set a jury trial for jury trial. This is my jury trial. Yeah. That means my jury trial will be on Tuesday, but that means it's on the 3rd, on a Wednesday. All right, I'm going to set a jury trial for September 4th. That's a Wednesday, and that's because we had to move over one day because Judge Garrett is going to take the Tuesday since his jury trial falls on that Labor Day. All right, so our jury trial date would be Wednesday, September 4th, and this is Hollins, April, and this is MFD. All right, so we're going to set the jury trial for September 4th, we're gonna put a final pretrial conference on August the August 2nd, Friday, August 2nd. I think. I'm sorry, yo, I gotta work from 2 calendars, so hold on, I'm sorry. Strike it, not August 2nd. Final pretrial conference, July 31st. At 9:10. Anything further?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
No, nothing on behalf of Ms. Hollins. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Hollins, you're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe. I'll see you July 31st.
Thank you, you too.
You're welcome. All right. Ready. Oh, give me 1 second before Parker. I need just a couple of 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. All right, I'm ready on Parker. This is case number 214495101, the people versus Shayla Tomei Parker. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Shayla Parker. Prior to Ms. Parker's appearance, Your Honor, could the people in the court and I please have a brief breakout regarding this matter?
I said join me in breakout room number 1 and y'all haven't moved yet. Can y'all go to breakout room number 1?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor.
Oh, she's in a breakout room right now, Deputy.
I'm sorry. Are we done with Mr. Hollis, or do we still need him in front of the camera?
So, but see, that's what I'm saying. I know that.
Still need him in front of the camera. Mr. Hollis hasn't seen a judge today.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just checking.
Let's go ahead and see Mr. Hollins. The jail need that camera. I asked y'all why Mr. Hollins was still in that breakout room. Mr. Flanagan, you sent it to me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. When did you send it to me? I don't see it.
This morning.
Oh, I see it. I see it. All right, this is case number, according to this sheet. This case number 234449901, the people of the state of Michigan versus Kenneth Hollins. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Defendant has been brought before the court on a tether violation. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Kenneth Hollis. Sir, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Kenneth Anthony Hollis.
All right, Mr. Hollis has been brought before the court on a tether violation. The tether violation states that he was placed on a tether by Magistrate Burton. And then he oh, that he couldn't live at the tethered address, that he didn't have nowhere to live and he want to go to jail. That what y'all, is this a tether violation? Why did they bring him off for a tether violation if he wanted to go to jail? Miss Hall, what we doing? He said he don't have nowhere to go. He can't be, he just want to go to jail. That's what he told the people.
Because he does not have a specific address that he can stay at. He is in between homes. He is able to kind of like to stay with people infrequently or for periods of time, but not one address that he can tether to. Given this and given his honesty, we are asking for a removal of the tether. He does understand that he has to come to court. He even indicates that he would be able to have transportation to come to court in person. He understands that he is to have no contact with the complainant. So we are asking for an amendment of the bond conditions and allow Mr. Hollis to have his tether removed.
Any objection from the people?
Your Honor, so it it doesn't look like there has been any violation of the no contact order with the complaining witness. And by the way, Judge, the complaining witness is was a security officer in Detroit Receiving Hospital at the time of the incident.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna remove the tether.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Miss Ritter. She like, y'all cut me off. I'm trying to tell y'all something.
Sorry, Judge. The people just want to say for the record, there is a capious history where the defendant did capious on January 10th for a final pretrial conference. So if the court is inclined to remove the tether, I just want the court to know that there is a capious history and that Mr. Hollis should be appearing at the final pretrial conferences. So this
when is his final pretrial conference date? Or what is his next court date to me?
March 18th.
What is it scheduled for?
Pretrial.
So it really should be a final pretrial. But leave it for a pretrial, set it at 9:04, I mean, 8, set it at 9:04. But for a pretrial, and I'm gonna try to remember that I told you to leave it on for pretrial. But set it at 9:04. I'm gonna remove the tether. If Mr. Hollis fails to appear for his next court date, he's gonna go back to jail. His bond is gonna be $5,000 cash surety plus a GPS tether with house arrest.
Do you understand that, Mr. Hollis?
Yes, I do.
All right, anything further?
No, thank you, Judge.
Nothing
All
for Mr. Hollis.
Okay, we're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe. They're gonna let you out of jail. You come to court March 18th. Is it 18th?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We'll see you March 18th, or you going back to jail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, let's do Holsey and Trice, and then the last one that Ms. Stevenson asked me for special requests on. All right. This is case number 115581301, the People versus Sabrina Voncell Holsey. Defendant is charged with operating while visibly impaired. Today is the day set for review. Appearance, please.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Sabrina Holsey. Ma'am, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Sabrina Holsey.
Today is the day set for review. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. I thought I had it pulled up. I'm sorry. Where's Miss Holsey's review? Okay. Let me pull it back up. I'm sorry. All right. Today's the day set for review. Miss Holsey was placed on probation. This looked like somebody else sentenced her.
Your Honor, I'm not sure who did the sentencing. However, Ms. Holsey was scheduled for review when Judge Baltimore was here in your absence. And I'm not sure if that's the date that they used for the December.
Oh, I think so, because I'm like, I didn't do this.
So, but it was rescheduled for today so that we could come in front of Your Honor to determine, to request that Ms. Holsey has her fines and costs as much as possible converted to community service. Judge Baltimore was not comfortable doing that in your absence. So we are asking for that specifically. She does have
somebody's drug testing. He didn't want to convert the community service.
No.
That's good. That's good. That's his prerogative. It is his. I'll convert it. How much? I appreciate him deferring to me. Let's see. How much of it does she need converted? Let me see.
As much as can be converted.
Well, I guess that's not the question that I was trying to ask. So I do apologize. The question that I wanted to answer to, what was her initial fines and costs? So Mr. Flanagan, what was her initial fines and costs? Oh, it says she has a balance of $843. My question is, has she paid a total of $210 at this point?
Looking through the financials, Your Honor. She's paid $200 so far, Your Honor.
So of the $843 balance, the court will convert $833 to 83 hours of community service. And she looks like she's running out of time though on her probation. So I'm not able to count, but it looks like she's been on probation for a while. Let me see. I need a date. I'm gonna extend her because it's not clear to me when she got on probation. I don't know where this December 1st, 2023 date comes from. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and extend her for, so maybe she got, I don't know what that date means. I really don't. I'm gonna extend her for, at this time, I'm just gonna extend her for 3 months. And then we'll have to see if she has any more time available. So you need to get it done as much as possible in this 3 months while I figure out how much time I have left before I have to do something different. So this is February, March, April, May. Let's come back May the 3rd. And so that's 83 hours of community service converted. The answer to the question of will I convert it back is no. She has to do 83 hours of community service. Anything further?
Your Honor, I just want to specify the review for May 3rd is at 10 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing further.
All right. Ms. Halsey, you're all set. Connect right away with probation so you can get referred to the community service. You can't just do it on your own. Has to come from a referral from probation, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a great day. I'll see you
All
in
right.
May.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm ready on Trice. This is case number 224458001. People versus Kenneth Stephen Trice. Defendant is charged with license plate illegal use and driving while license suspended, revoked, denied. Today's the date set for review. Appearances, please.
Brikidia Hall on behalf of Kenneth Trice. Sir, may you state your full name for the record?
Kenneth Trice, Kenneth Stephen Trice.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Trice still has to pay $185 and do the driver's improvement and choices program. He was placed on probation back in 2022 for 12 months. He should have been finished in 2023. This doesn't indicate when he came off of capias or anything. So
Your Honor,
let's
you're
just
actually
say,
reading the completed conditions.
oh, hold on. Let me read it again then. Whoops. No, I'm not. You talking about for Kenneth Trice? I'm not reading the completed conditions. This says remaining conditions.
I did everything.
Hold on, please, Mr. Trice.
The report that I have that was sent actually this morning at 8:13.
Oh, hold on. What I'm reading is a old message. Hold on. Let me see if she sent me. Who sent you a message this morning? All right, hold on. That's what came up when I pulled it up. So give me a minute. Trice, Trice. Thank you. I don't know where that old message came from. Mr. Trice was like, hold on. Mr. Trice has completed everything. So now I have a message sent apparently yesterday, and it does put everything in the completed conditions. Therefore, Mr. Trice is ready to go. He was like, "Cause lady, I don't want to put up with you no more."
No, it's not like that. You helped
He
me a
actually
lot.
have very nice things to say about you in the
I
breakout room.
helped you a lot, Mr. Trice. Well, I'm glad I could help you. And now you can try to get your license back if it hasn't been already reinstated, okay?
I got my license back. I got them in October.
Okay, good. Keep them valid, okay? Keep them valid.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And the registrations for the vehicles, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Trice. I am going to close you out with improvement. So you have a great day. Stay safe.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Okay.
Mr. Ogletree.
Good morning.
Good morning. There was only one case on the docket and the person never appeared, so you're free to go.
All right, thank you. Take care. Have a nice weekend.
You too. Okay, and then we're going to go off live per request. Oops.